What's up, guys? It is Isaac here from Dpad News TV, and this is the Armories episode. I'm guessing 2 or 3, depends on when Michael puts his video up. But the gun we're showcasing today is the UMP. I think there's a 45 in the title. I'm not sure. Adam told me to make sure to get the gun title right, otherwise you guys would bitch at me. But anyway, here we have the red dot sight. And as you can see, I'm not good at aiming, but the kick on it isn't too bad. Like, at a range of that, it's possible to get a kill. It'd be better to use a different gun, but I mean, at a range of this, it's obviously very effective. More so when the person starts standing still. And another good thing about this gun, hip firing is decent. This is a game where it's hard to find a gun that hip fires well. In my opinion, I don't know. I've had trouble with a lot of the different guns. This one, not too bad. You start out with it, I think right away. It's a class that's already unlocked. And it works out decently well, actually. The red dot was one of the better sights I had, and I don't know what to tell you. Guessing you've used it before, though. And, I mean, as you can see, pretty good. Alright, second attachment we're going to be checking out here is the suppressor for the UMP, and I didn't catch if it was a 45 or not, but I'm guessing it is. While we're not seeing any people, I'm going to talk about how Adam told me to make sure these videos are professional, so I'm wearing pants. Yes. I killed that guy. As you can see, it doesn't really take that big of a dip in terms of power. Long range, it's probably going to be a little bit more of a bitch to hit people, what with the iron sights and kind of the loss of like the clear view that the red dot kind of supplies. But this is actually a really good gun to run with a silencer. I'm guessing it would work really well for maybe for certain maps when it came to search and destroy. This one being one of them, I guess I would say. There's a lot of corners and stuff. Not much I could do there, but I thought it was a very good attachment if you're okay with the iron sights. Moving on, we have rapid fire, which I thought was amazing. I don't know, the rate of this gun without rapid fire is decent. I'm not always the biggest fan of like the faster shooting guns like a P90 or a FAMAS, but something about this gun, it was just working. Like, the rate is decent on its own, but when you, I don't know, man. When you attach that rapid fire, the amount of damage you can do goes up significantly. One negative thing I did notice, though, is the amount of ammo I was using also went up significantly. This map worked really well for rapid fire, though, since it's more shorter, medium ranges at times if you play it right. And like there, you can see I went through a pretty good amount of ammo, but it kills pretty good. And I don't know what he was doing, hopping around or something. Oh dear God. But yeah, out of the 3 so far, I'd say rapid fire was actually probably my favorite, surprisingly. I don't know, I'm not the biggest fan of the sights on it. I think they're good enough. And right here we have a wonderful sight called the thermoscope. It's I don't know what was going through the heads of the developers when they decided to throw this in the game, but it's possible to get kills. In fact, it's possible to even do well. I just don't recommend it at all. That kill was kind of bullshit. He basically already dead. This scope is awful. I just, there's no point in it. If you want to do long range, pick a long range gun. In fact, we've got a series of clips right now just to demonstrate how bad this gun is over and over again. Well, oh, one more thing, it also glitches out your game, Inception style. Check out this crazy shit. One more reason not to use the thermoscope, in my opinion. Now, here we are with the holographic sight, one of my personal favorites. favorites, and yes, it is different from the red dot sight. If I remember correctly, and I'm pretty sure I maybe do, the main difference in this sight that I found was that it works better at range. It seems like there's a little bit less kick on the dot when you're firing ADS, but when you get a little bit closer, it's a little convoluted to zoom in, and it gets a little bit more iffy and harder to kind of keep them in frame since it blocks out more of the screen. However, when they are that close, hip firing works pretty well. Moving on, we have the ACOG, and it's another one of those sights where it's just not a good choice to use with this gun. Again, if you want to use it, if you want to fool around to make the game more interesting, be my guest, but when it comes to these situations, you can see I killed him, but you really have to be, like, the guy has to be set in your sights. You can't be, like, moving it around like this and expect to get a triple kill just like that. Yeah. I don't have an excuse for why they died so easy. We'll say I'm really good, even if it's not the truth. Moving on, apparently we have more moving on again, we have more ACOG footage, and as you can see, medium range, it actually not that bad, but because of how bad it is short range and it just gets jumbled up, I can't recommend it at all, especially compared to the holographic for a medium range or the red dot for a close range. And finally, and probably least good, unless we count the glory of the thermoscope, we have the, what I believe is called the hammer sight, but it's really just the shit sight. This is basically like an ACOG with some minor differences. It zooms in more, it kicks a lot more, so with this gun it's just hard to aim, basically. Like, if you're against real bad opponents, you can get kills with it, but, I mean, otherwise you end up just getting shotgunned after you knife a turret. Well, this has been the Armories episode blank. The UMP, we're going with 45. I hope you enjoyed it, and see you next time.